Hola, mi members de la familia. Mi nombre es Amaraudago. Son bienvenidos de nuevo a mi canal. And to my English subscribers, hello family member. My name is Amaraudago and you are welcome back to my channel. If you're seeing my face for the very first time, I'm originally from Nigeria and I bring to you content based on how you can obtain your visas, immigration news, and how you can live your best life right here in España. If you think you can relate to this kind of content, then please do well to consider subscribing by pressing the red subscribe button down below. Turn on your bell notifications so that whenever I post, you'll be the first to get notified. Liking this video if you like my kind of content, sharing this content to other people who you think may need problem solving videos just like this one, and also leaving your comments or suggestions of subsequent topics or videos you would like to see here on my channel. If you clicked on this video, you definitely know what the topic is about. If you want to know more, don't skip a bit. We'll be right back. Disclaimer, I am not an immigration lawyer, neither am I a recruiter. This video is brought to you based on my personal research and personal opinions. Please do well to do your own research so that you find out more before you take your next step. So the first one on my list in no particular order is the standard of living. Guys, I used to like it when I encourage people to do their researches because everybody's experience may be different depending on where you live in Spain. But as you guys all know, I live in Valencia, Spain, and in Valencia the standard of living is relatively affordable and cheap, if I would say, because I have compared this standard of living to other places like France, like UK, like Canada, and the difference is really clear. The amount of money I spend in a month is very low compared to what somebody who is in Canada or UK spends for their day-to-day, living expenses. Like, what would I say? Like grocery shopping, like the amount of money you have to pay in order for your day-to-day lifestyle. That money is nothing compared to what somebody who is living in UK, for instance, will be spending. You can check online, you will see that what I'm saying is actually a fact. This side literally shows you the comparison between some different Spanish cities, like the main ones, Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia, and Bilbao, and there are significant differences, but even at that, it's still cheaper than other European countries. So here we have a comparison between UK and Spain, and you can see difference. There is comparison between Spain and Canada, and we can see the difference as well. Going on further, you will see another comparison which compares Australia to Spain, and Spain is still cheaper. Guys, the second pointer I would like to talk about is language barrier. Guys, if you're coming from countries that speak English, a lot of questions concerning when I come to Spain, can I study in English? Can I live my life without learning the new language? Can my children cope? They are 12 years, 13 years. I don't know if they'll be able to learn the new language and all whatnot. And in subsequent videos of mine, I've told you guys that you can learn in English. Like, you can come to a university for master's or undergraduate study and you to be in English. But my advice to anybody who is coming to Spain usually is there is language barrier. I'm not here to mince words. I've stayed in Spain for 5 years. I'm in a good position to give out advice. And my husband has been here for 20 years. So I can confidently tell you I'm talking from experience. Coming to Spain, there is language barrier. Especially when you are coming to places like Barcelona, Madrid, Valencia, Sevilla, Andalusia, and all whatnot. There are language barriers. There are some places you go to in Spain, you don't feel the language barrier as much. Like when I went to Alicante, it was like if I was in, London, and there are a lot of tourists there from Britain, and everybody was just speaking English. But when you are in a place like Valencia, Barcelona, Madrid, you have to immerse yourself into learning Spanish language and culture and their way of life. You cannot be in a country that speaks Spanish and you expect to just be floating, you know, in the air. You don't want to immerse yourself. You don't want to learn the language. Learning Spanish is a must for anybody who is coming here to live. If you're coming here to study and return to your country, that is fine. You don't need to learn the language. But if you're coming here and your plan is that you're coming with a family reunification visa to start to settle here, or you have the golden visa, you use the golden visa route, you need to learn the language. If you're coming as a tourist, something temporal, a temporal stay that is maybe 3 months, maybe you have to stay here for 3 months, it's not necessary to learn the language. Yeah, I think I've made myself very clear. Language barrier exists in Spain, and if you want to like get the most out of Spain, you need to learn Spanish language. Job availability. Guys, this one, I'm talking about job availability. I get tons of questions from subscribers and non-subscribers. And by the way, if you've not subscribed to my channel, what are you waiting for? Please do well to, click on that subscribe button right about now. All right, guys. Job availability. People ask me, oh, I heard there are no jobs in Spain. I heard there are no jobs in Spain. Is this true? Is this not true? Guys, the truth of the matter is that there are jobs in Spain. There are jobs that are available for you in Spain. But your own problem might be that there is a particular job that you are looking to get. And when you don't meet that, when the job market or the labor market does not meet your expectation, you just conclude that there are no jobs. And that is not true. When you come as an immigrant, and I know you have your set goals, set ambition, what you want to achieve, who you want to be in the next 2 years, 3 years, 5 years, long-term goals. All those things are fantastic, but we know that the way you plan your life is not the way life plans you. And most importantly, as an immigrant, you don't have everything sorted out immediately you land in the country. So you might not get that job that your head or your mind has told you you're going to get once you land into Spain. But you can get other jobs, and you can make do with these jobs that you have to take care of yourself for the time being before you get that dream job of yours. But are there jobs in the country? There are jobs. Another barrier to getting job or limitation that may prevent someone from getting a job is language barrier. And that is why I said it before now, the language barrier is a thing here in Spain. It is very important for you to learn the language, because if you're not fluent in the language, there are several jobs you cannot get. White collar jobs will definitely not be for you, because the Spanish people want to know that you are eating their language and vomiting it. They want you to like be literally very good at their language for them to give you a job in an office environment. If you are not able to speak Spanish, then this may now be a limitation on your part. But that does not mean that there are no jobs in Spain. I will say the truth and nothing but the truth, so help me God. This one I want to talk about is racism. As a black person in Spain, you will want to know, is racism in Spain? Do they even receive people? Are they friendly? Are they racist? What is your opinion about racism? I've promised you to say the truth, right? Okay. I've been in Spain for the past 5 years, as I've earlier mentioned, and I would like to say to you categorically that racism exists in Spain. Yes. Okay, so now let's dive a little bit further. As a black person in Spain, I've actually experienced racism, but also I would not like to say that this is very rampant. It's not something that's really rampant. Since I've been here in Spain, I think I've experienced racism maybe once once, I can categorically say that once I have experienced racism. It was from a really small child, like a young child, who asked me, why are you black? I felt a certain kind of way on that day, but because the child was really young, I didn't know whether to feel angry or to feel indifferent. But yeah, that was the racism experience I've had from a very young child. The child will not be more than 3 years old, but obviously for the child to have said that, child must have been hearing, oh, these people are black. The child knows the color difference. So I was like, instead of blaming the child, I kind of blamed the parents that made the child, you know, sensitized the child in such a way that the child is now not, you know, receptive towards black people. So yeah, it was just a 5 minutes experience, and since then I put it behind me. But is there racism in Spain? And the answer will be yes, because sometimes you get this subtle racism from Spaniards. Not really very obvious. Spanish people are friendly people, but there are some people, because out of every 12 there is a Judas. There are some people you come across and the reception they give you, you know that this is not how they are. Usually when I first came here, I used to be a personal shopper. When I go into the malls to shop, some shops you get into, and the reception that the dependientes, which is the salespeople, give people who are white is different from the reception they give me if I come into the store. Like now, a white person might come into the store, they will greet the person, can I help you? You know, they will ask those questions. But if I step into the store, they will not just, you know, raise their head up. They'll just be like, are you sure she can even afford the thing she wants to come here to buy? You know, those kind of things. That's the idea I got. So those are the kind of subtle racism that you get here and there from Spanish people. And not necessarily Spanish people, but people who are here, whites in general. And I cannot say that it's been a bad experience, because there are several stores I've walked into and I got the same treatment and I felt good about myself. But is there racism? Is there no racism? There is racism, but not all those kind of racism that somebody comes in your face and says nigger, or somebody comes in your face and say, you know, not those kind of racism. Racism you see here is just very subtle. If you're not really observant, you might not even know it exists. On to security. Guys, from what I've seen on the news and what I've experienced living in Spain for till now, I found out that the city of Valencia has good security. I've never heard that somebody carried gun and was walking on the street and decided to shoot people at will. I've never heard such a thing. In fact, it's not even allowed for a civilian to handle gun here in Spain. People that handles gun in Spain are the police people, the border civil, and or whatnot. But in Spain, it's really secured. You can go out in the night without anybody malhandling you. This does not mean that you should be going out in the night all the time or whatnot. Of course, during tourist season, we get to hear of theft here and there, but most times those people who troop into like very busy areas to steal are not even Spaniards. They are immigrants that come in and just feel that they can, you know, steal from tourists that are in the city. So yes, security is very good in Spain. It is in Spain that you can wear your phone on your neck and nobody snatches it away from you. You can put your phone in your back pocket and you're going around in a busy area and that phone will still be there. Nothing will happen to it. Yes, so Spain is really very secured, and if you're talking about security, I think they have it. Guys, I will say if Spain has something, I will say Spain has it. If Spain does not have something, I will say Spain does not have it. Do you see this healthcare? Do you see this healthcare? Spain has healthcare. Why am I saying this? I'm saying this because healthcare is so expensive in other countries. For you to like do surgery, for you to do major, you know, major things concerning your health, if you don't have an insurance, you will be paying through your nose, and even paying through your nose might not even cut it. So I've been in Spain and I've had to visit the hospital time and time again, and I want to tell you that I've not paid a dime. I have never been asked to pay a dime. I've gone to hospital, I've received treatment, medications, and what have you, and so has my family members, and we have never paid a dime. Spanish healthcare system, I give it to them. Like, I literally give it to them because they have it. And when I'm talking about the healthcare system, they have the technologies, they have the manpower, they have what it takes. The only thing that they are lacking in this sector is the wait time, because these are government hospitals and the people who are on the queue are usually much. You get to wait for a longer time than if you go to a private hospital. But I don't mind waiting. No, once it's free, I'm up for the free medical health care. I feel every human being is entitled to a good and free medical health care. What say you? Leave it down in the comment section. This video will not be complete if I don't tell you a little bit about the lifestyle of the Spanish people. So Spain is not a country where you would have 2 jobs, 3 jobs, 5 jobs, and you're still not able to take care of your bare needs. You know, I've heard of countries where if you're not working 2 jobs or 3 jobs, as the case may be, you are not able to pay your bills, pay your taxes, pay your rent. And Spain is not like that. In Spain, literally, if you have a full 8 hours job, you're working, your husband is working, and 2 of you are merging resources together, you will be able to live very comfortably, pay your taxes, pay your bills, pay rent. If you have children in the mix, you know that this will go up, but definitely 8 hours job is able to even take care of all those things. Because in Spain, once you have kids and they are up to 3, the Spanish government will slash a lot of things for you. But if somebody is in Spain here and is working 2 jobs, you know that person is an immigrant that has a lot of responsibilities and does not want to maybe lag behind, or he just wants to work himself up. Maybe he's working in the daytime and at the night time. That is your own personal, you have your own personal reason to do that. But in Spain, most people work 8 hours. Some people even work 4 hours just to support their husband. What I'm trying to say is that in Spain, the quality of life is, I love the quality of life, and I give it to them when it comes to this. All right. European countries in general don't play with their taxes. And I know that they don't play with their taxes because they don't have gold, they don't have oil, they don't have mineral resources that they can use to, you know, develop. What they have is tax. So if you're living in Spain and you're not somebody who likes to pay tax, I will advise you, do not bother coming to Spain, because the government will come after you and make sure that you pay that tax whether you like it or not. Guys, quality of life. An average Spaniard will wake up in the morning, do exercise, go to work, or come back in the evening and do exercise depending on the schedule the person has. Eat little food but real balanced diet. During summer they go for their holidays. They don't play with that holiday. That August, that 1 month, they don't joke with it. They must go on holidays. They work, and when it's time to chill, they chill. Like, they don't mix business and pleasure. They don't mix working and pleasure. Maybe you see someone that is on vacation and is still working. That's not how they operate in Spain. Spanish person, once it's time for baby break during work, they leave work aside and they focus on eating and, you know, enjoying their food. Then after that, they can go back to work. And if it's holiday season, my dear, best bet, you know, Spanish person will be calling the office to ask, how is it going? Do you guys need me for anything? No, they will focus on their holiday till they finish it before they come back to work. The only people you see that are usually like that, who would even not take their holidays, they will say they want to work for extra pay, are immigrants. Spanish person will never try that. That's not how they are cut out. They live to work. They don't work to live. So yes, that's the difference. Talk about benefits. So in some videos I made before now, I talked about the unemployment benefits that everybody who has worked for a period of time can receive from the government. So this is reality, and I'll be leaving the video up here on this video, and I would like to talk about other benefits that you can get from Spain, you know. So even if you're here and you're finding it difficult to adjust, there are some Red Cross, Caritas, there are some churches that you can go to and you will be catered for. There's social service also, the Spanish government. If you're not working, you don't have any means of livelihood, and you are hungry, you can go there and tell them that you need food, you're not doing anything, and they would help you. And even if you need an accommodation, this can also be sorted. I would like to say at this junction that I do not regret coming to Spain, and I love Spain. I love the weather in Spain. It's really very tropical. I love it, especially the one in Valencia where I stay. It has never snowed. The cold is usually not too cold, and when it's hot, although now it's becoming really hot during summer, but that's because of climate change. This is happening all over the world. It's not a problem of Spain in particular. So I'm enjoying my stay here in Spain. I believe that Spain has a lot to offer me, and if you want to know my advice whether you want to relocate here to Spain, I will tell you, once you're open-minded and you don't mind learning the language, you don't mind, you know, imbibing the culture, then you're free to come. Spain is a very wonderful place, and you'll be seeing that for yourself. All right, remember, I work with authorized translators, and I can bring this service to you if you need it. Please do well to leave your request using the details on this video, or other questions you would like to ask, you can leave it down in the comment section. Thank you very much for joining me on this one, and see you on my next one. Till then, love you.
Remember, I work with authorized Spanish translators, and I can bring this service to you if need be. Please use my details on the video to make a request.